morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all races, all colors, all languages around the world. Awesome, awesome topic today. You're gonna want to stay for this. And I did this topic 2 days ago. I did this topic, and I had did another topic yesterday, but something was like, nah, you don't want to put that out. It's not, wasn't fitting. So I said, well, go back to this topic, which we're going to speak about today. Before we start, click like, subscribe, share. All my videos are based on what we go through today, educating us to rethink situations and to see things in a different way, which helps us. And share with people who might, anyone that might be able to get something from this. So before we even get into the topic, a major news network just got caught, and what they did was they staged a Mexican crossing, saying that they didn't stage it, but they accepted a video that had came from someone who had filmed this. Come to find out, the whole thing was staged. What does that do for us? And why it's based on the topic of today, which is being one up. So today's topic is the one up a good thing? But before we get into being one up, because it's a deep topic, I want to go into today's quote. So today's quote is by astrophysicist out of Harvard University. He's the astronomy chairman, the longest person to ever hold that position in Harvard University. And his name is Avi Loeb, Aviloeb, Avi Loeb. And this is his quote. He said that in science, when you are presented with science that does not conform with one's expectations, or does not quite conform with what you expected. So I want to be correct in this quote. That is an opportunity to learn something new. So to go back and reiterate, in science, when you are presented with science that does not quite conform with what you expected, that is an opportunity to learn something new. And something new is what we're going to learn here today. A new way of looking at things in our lives to improve our lives. So we're learning today about the science of human nature. What is behind the actions of others? What is behind their motive? So that we can continue to live happier, meaningful, and less stressful lives. Because now we see how the machine works. So today we discuss, is the one up a good thing? Okay, so how many of our viewers out there know a person, group, or race of people that need to be one up? So there's different ways that we can look at this. So I'm going to give you 2 examples, okay, by how being one up affects our lives. So number 1 example, okay? 2 men go on a fishing outing. One man catches a really, really big fish. The other man who's with them catches more fish than the guy who caught the big fish. However, the man who caught all of the fish remains at that lake until he catches the biggest fish. So they start out in the morning, and by afternoon they got more fish than what they need. But the man will not leave the lake until he gets a bigger fish than the guy that caught the biggest fish. Okay, now I'm going to use the example in number 2. And this is for the women. So 2 women go on a shopping date. They got the day off. They want to, pamper themselves, go, do the woman thing. So while shopping, one woman buys this really, really nice dress. And she sees this expensive pair of shoes that go with that dress, even though the dress was expensive. So, being the consumer that she is, she says, well, I'll come back in 2 weeks, and I'll come and I'll, get those shoes to go with it. So she says to the person in the store, hey, look, I'm going to give you a deposit on these shoes. Can you hold on to these shoes? I'll be back in 2 weeks. So the store person says yes. So now the women leave, they go about their day. So now the reason that she went to buy this dress, or she wanted this dress, was for a prior prior engagement that was ahead, that was for a mutual friend of theirs, and she felt that, hey, I want to go there, I want to look good, and these shoes will really, set the tone. However, when she goes to get the shoes and then goes to the engagement, her friend, the one that was with her when she was shopping, has on the same pair of shoes, just a different color, but they're the same exact shoes. So how many of us know and have a person like that in our lives? Someone who's always competing, but they consider themselves or call themselves being a friend, which in fact is, those are not friends. No matter who they are not friends of yours. So it's being one of, no matter the person, group, race of people that has this interview, and we're going to talk about group and race and how this applies. So it's not a general statement of me making. I'm going to explain that. But of the people that have this attribute, it is in fact, and this is what I want to share with our viewers, it is that these people have low self-esteem, lack of self-identity, with a need to piggyback off the identity of others. So this is why they latch on, and this is why they say, hey, we're here, we're in your best interest, but in the end, they're one-upping you, always stabbing you in the back. So again, these people are not good for you. Okay? However, there's a bigger picture. Forget about what they do. This is what this channel is all about. Let's look at us and our responsibility into it, and what we need to do to enable us to live a more stable life, because we don't need to carry someone else's luggage throughout life. So we have to look at those of us who remain in the company of a person, a group, or a race of people who promote such behavior. We're responsible for it, and I'm going to explain that also. And I'm going to use myself personally, and this is to no one that is out there who might know me, so please don't take this in a personal way, and please don't think that you are the direct result, or I feel some kind of way about you. It's not. This is here to educate everyone that's out there on how to see how this machine works, because at the end of the day, it's not about you, because this is happening on a grand scale around the world, and it's been a machine that's been running for a long, long time. So myself personally, for years, I stayed in friendships, relationships, and with family who shared this attribute. We all deal with people. Everyone that's on this earth is dealing with people that do this, so it's not exclusive to me. Always at the end of it feeling, like, why did I even bother to, deal with this, or why did I even bother to go to this event, or why did I even, I said that this would never happen again, but time goes by. Again, that's the tool that they use. So to go away from it and then come back. When anyone ever says to you, well, I thought I'd just give you some time to cool off, you were going through things, get away from that person. Get away from that person, because that person who's coming to you to say that, they already know what they've done. They're giving you what they're meaning to say is, we gave you a little time so you can forget. And this is what this morning motivation is all about. We're not going to forget. We're going to hold you, and if there's a reason that we're not around you, then, don't look at us, look at yourself, and have a good day. So I thought about it, and then we ponder. We wonder, why do we keep falling into this trap? Why do we, keep dealing with people who just want to one up us with a smile on their face? Because we believe in a narrative that is generated not by the person, not by the group, not by the race, but by, I'm going to explain it, by a system that does that from early age throughout. And I'm going to explain each phase of that system. Because if you don't know how the machine works, you can never fix it. And that machine is taking place outside of you, but we are also machines. So therefore, if we understand how something is working, then we know how to fix ourselves. And this is what this video is about. So there's a narrative that says, you have to play the cards in which you have been dealt, to roll with the punches. Or there's nothing wrong with a little competitive rivalry. That just makes you a better and a stronger person. All right? Straight up bullshit. So what happened is, as we go on, as I went on through life and with the information, and also, through, researching into why this, why do people have to be one up? I woke up realizing that it was my fault. Once I understood how such behaviors are motivated on a higher stage, because if you look at the person is only a puppet to something much greater. So this is why when we get up and we educate ourselves, we not only understand a person, we understand everything that's behind it, which makes us super strong and super powerful. So, and this is what we want to do, empower ourselves, and we want to empower everyone else that is around us. But everybody is not going to embrace the right thing in life. They're just not going to do it. And again, leave those people alone. Okay? Once I understood how such behaviors are motivated on a higher scale, whether in schools, media, politics, and family. So remember, I mentioned schools, okay? Because we've always heard through our family, you're better than them, you're better than her, you're better than him. And then we hear on a political scale, Republicans, you are better for the people than Democrats. And Democrats will say, we are better for the people than Republicans. Again, division. You can't brainwash somebody if you're divided. And you can't brainwash someone if you know what the machine is doing. And then the most important one, from early age. So school is from an early age. Our family is from an early age. School, I'm going to do next. But I want to go into religion. Religion, okay? Our religion is the truth. All others are not. We can't associate with those people because they don't believe in the same thing that we do. We're better than them, okay? The one up again. Now when it comes to school, this group of students that we have here is they're honor students. So they have done, things that are honorable above the average students, which again, bullshit. To teach your child that, we have to honor these kids because they might be a little more intelligent, but yet and still the average kid goes on to design a new motorcycle, goes on to design a rocket, where this guy or this woman or these kids, they were honor students, and all they did was, screw up and take on the same course as the average person. No one should be put above another person, especially at a young age, because that is a program for the one-up. That's where it starts. And once we see how it starts, we know how to respond to it. Okay? But however, in short, the one-up has become a problem in this world today. Again, to go back to the beginning, the news company that put this video out there to say that it was true, and it was all staged. How many of millions believed it to be true? And that's what we live in the world again today. People who are doing the one-up where opinions become facts. And I'm going to leave you with this. I had a viewer that gave me a thumbs down. So I say I'm always presenting something that is based on facts. So I love it. I love it. And I did one where I welcome hate. So I love for anyone to challenge what it is that I'm saying, but educate us all. If you say it's thumbs down, you just don't agree, that's based on opinion. If you really want to be a part of something special, because we're all learning from one another, not one person has all the answers. Leave your fact. Don't leave the thumb down, but give me a fact. Give us something that we can sit back and we can all learn something from. Again, to go back to the original quote, when something doesn't conform to what it is that you expect or what you believe, then this is the opportunity to learn something new. So just like you're learning something from me, we all want to learn something from you if you have the key. So again, to get back to on topic, in short, the one-up has become a problem in this world today. However, the solution is a very easy one. A person, a group, a family cannot nor ever one-up you if a person, group, or a family has nothing to compare themselves to. So if you're not around these people, let them one-up one another. Live your life. And when you are around them, put them in check and say, hey, look, this is, what's not going to happen. And when you see it and catch it in 2.2 seconds, you say, hey, you know what, have a good day. Oh, I didn't mean anything. No, matter of fact, because if you have to say something like that, really stay away from me. I want nothing to do with you. And this is how we go on to find happiness, because there are people out there who don't want anything and don't want to one-up one another. They just are happy in life and, just good people. And that's what I want to leave you with. Ultimately, it's up to us, you and I, to know our worth. Because again, it falls on our fault. Because if we don't know our worth, then we fall for things like this. We fall for the one-up. We fall for the lies, and we fall for the deceit. We fall for the manipulation. And I want to leave you with this. A good person does not have to say that they are good. They just are. So, forget about all of, Mother Teresa's out there who have to, do everything that's to be in the spotlight. But, we're good people. You don't have to go out and tell people that you're good, and you don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to one-up, just be authentic. That's why authentic people are hard to find. So I just want to leave everyone with that today. And, it's a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day. Hopefully everyone can enjoy it. Prayers go out, to people going through misfortune. And I want everyone to have a beautiful day, have an awesome day. And with that, everyone, peace and